Alright, here we go. We have multiple long track tornadoes likely today. And a high risk. 5 tornado warnings. Yep. A lot of tornado warnings. And all these have rotation. Bakersfield might be on the ground. Yeah, and also flash flooding is also likely. Yeah, this is clear air, but um 90 probs on the PDS tornado watch, if that is true. Yeah, a lot of tornado watches. Yeah, particularly dangerous situation. Wow. Intense tornadoes likely. Where are you, church? Uh, Alright, if you're in White Church, yeah, this might on the ground. This might be on the ground near White Church, Peace Valley, Mountain View as well. Multiple areas of very concerning rotation. Here we go. This might be on the ground. I don't know though. Yeah, this is on the ground. If you're in, it might be contaminated from hail, but if you're in Peace Valley, White Church, Chapel, Mountain View, be getting to your shelter. Hello, Aiden. Louisville's back under a risk again today. Let's take a look over there. Louisville, you're in the moderate risk. Mayfield, Kentucky is under the high risk today. Uh, there's a high risk of severe thunderstorms. This is from the National Weather Service. A tornado outbreak is expected this afternoon into early tonight from parts of the lower Mississippi Valley into the mid-South and lower Ohio Valley. Numerous tornadoes, along with multiple EF3 or above tornadoes, appear likely. In addition, tornadoes significant to severe wind gusts, large hail to very large hail will be possible across a broad area from North Texas, northeastward towards the southern Great Lakes. So, pretty concerning. And I'm in the enhanced, barely in the enhanced. So basically last, and I think I'm barely in the tornado risk as well. I'm in the 10. Huh. Most of the tornado warnings have expired. And there it is. Not a new tornado warning. Continued, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'd say Bakersfield, South Fork, be getting to your shelters. Pretty sure it's just clear air, though. Very large hail on this storm. That's going into like 76. It's almost white on the radar. I think they will move the high risk more east, and as well as the moderate risk. So I think I'm either going to be right in the enhanced or in the moderate today, and under a higher risk. The HRRR is so contaminated right now. It shows like an entire path of doom. Yeah, PDS tornado watch. 80% chance, 90% chance for tornadoes, and 90% EF2 to EF5. That is insane. Tornado in Iowa. This thing won't stop lagging. Wow, this environment is just uptrending. We'll be live probably all day. Maybe all night as well. This won't end till like 12. And we'll still have tornado warnings, probably even, you know, into the morning. We could see this go into the morning. I won't be live by then, but look at this. Yeah, all these storms have rotation, but they just don't have the debris signature. but it's pretty concerning that all of these tornado warnings have all of that rotation, and they're just barely in the enhanced. Like, barely, dude. Wow, dude. St. Louis, man. Oh, that is rotation. Yeah, this thing's going to drop a tornado right here. Look at this. This might be our first tornado. Very concerning. This is some heavy rotation. Very heavy rotation. If you're in Davisville, Cherryville, Center Post, Westover, I'm not saying that, Berryman, Service, Butts, Cherry Valley, Patsy, Ellover, 4 Points, Anthony's Mill, Pea Ridge, Northcutt, Aptus, Laddie, Floyd, Ebo, Levy, Shirley, and Bats Creek Camp, Brazil, Palmer. Be getting to your shelter. Yeah, we might see a tornado on the ground soon from this. Yeah, PDS Tornado Watch. That's from Paducah. So, very similar severe weather cities over here, Paducah, Kentucky. Yeah, this storm's looking pretty concerning, but overmixing is also a fail mode today. Uh-oh. Weather radio. Oh, that's from Mayfield, Kentucky. I thought it was like their weather radio was down. Continuation of this tornado warning. Yep, this is looking more and more concerning here. Yeah, this is headed uh towards St. Louis. Look at this near New Haven. A little bit of overmixing, but this if this cell can kind of avoid doing anything and just keep growing, I think it could produce a tornado near St. Louis. It could be, it could be a very long track supercell where it drops small tornadoes. As this thing is continuing to ramp up, we might have a debris ball on this. Um, yo. And where's Bakersfield? Oh, I didn't see none. I'm worried about the one over here in St. Louis. Oh, that might. I don't know. It doesn't really line up with anything. But this might be a tornado on the ground. Because it kind of lines up. Yeah, I don't really see it on the ground. Yeah, I don't. It might be on the ground. Because it kind of lines up with the reflectivity a little bit. Yeah, this was a second behind. And this was at the a second behind as well. Or a second ahead. So yeah, this might be on the ground. Because that might be the debris right there. Now I don't see nothing. Definitely. Definitely more concerning though. Yeah, I'm kind of in the risk. I'll try to stay alive as long as I can. Kind of like I did the other night. I played my game after a little bit and I was hit by the storm directly after. Yeah, I'm not liking this look. If you're in Huzzah, Berryman, 4 Point, Service, Butts, Ebo, Aptus, Potosi, Frogtown, Laddie, Floyd, Levy, Shirley, be getting to your shelters. Uh, I would wait a little bit, but I mean that looks very concerning because it kind of does line up with the reflectivity a bit. So, yeah, Berryman. That's clear air. I don't know. Because it was right there. Be getting to your shelters over here. We now have Tornado Watch 99. 80 50. This is for central and eastern Illinois, western and central Indiana. And that's a concerning scan over here. Don't like that. Yeah. Very concerning over there. Yeah, they definitely will continue this tornado warning. It honestly might get confirmed soon. Um, is that this one? Oh, yeah. Okay. That one's already severe warned. Oh god, and then over here near Clarkdale. This one might get a tornado warning soon. And these are all around Memphis. Look at this one. West Helena. This one might get warned as well. Soon. All these have the chance of getting warned. Especially these. We'll have to wait a little bit. Yeah, this is. Look at over here near Clarkdale. And either way, all these will produce, like this one near Oakland, see, this will produce very large hail. This one will cause like really bad problems though. Like if all this right here can merge and get organized, it's gonna be. I mean, look, both of these have hooks. This one had a better one on the latest scan, and all these do have like a potential for rotation. So we do have the potential to get a tornado warning up here, like just west of Memphis. 80-50 on the newest watch. 80% chance of seeing a tornado on the watch. 50% chance of seeing a EF2 to EF5. We do have a PDS tornado watch though. It's 90-90. Basically the highest they can really get besides saying 100% yeah. Look, these are ejecting boundaries outside. That's insane. Like, from now until late tonight, these are going to be insane. Over here, it's going to be like 10 o'clock to midnight if to find out if I get slabbed or not. But these are very, very concerning. These will increase in size. And then over here, the tornado warned ones. We have a similar situation up there or up down here than we do up there. Multiple tornado warnings from these. And so Memphis, this storm that we're tracking right now near Turl, reported from Michael Pankey 70-mile-per-hour wind. So, there's not a lot of hail with this storm as there is with this one over here, but there is a lot of wind. And then southwest of St. Louis, this huge storm with the potential of a tornado. It's not really big of a hailer. There's a chance, though. So, yeah. The merging is imminent with this. Um, so this thing might be on the ground soon. Very concerning day. Saw on the thing it said like a high risk for severe weather. And I couldn't go on it in class, but it's true there is. So, and look, so St. Louis, y'all are gonna uh pretty much, if this might go over, but definitely like all these areas, big wind, very severe wind risk with these. Maybe some isolated hail. With this one, tornado risk. They might even expire the warning. I think they would have continued it by now, but they might do a late one because the rotation's still there. It's precautionary, but I haven't really seen them do that like a lot with the precautionary. Only if there's really strong rotation. But we probably will have a record storm season. Oh, and there's the new tornado warning. It expires in 1 hour. Tornado and half dollar sized hail. So Somerset, DeSoto, be getting to your shelters. Just out after I was talking about that. The violent tornado parameter is mostly like near Memphis and stuff, kind of south of where the main high risk is. You guys over here, this is an imminent merger. We're here near Marion. 70 mile per hour winds on this thing. This one near St. Louis, we had the continued tornado warning on for an hour. This thing is moving pretty slow, 55 miles per hour. This thing is wrapping up very quickly. We might have like something over here. And a special weather statement from Paducah. This is basically just the tornado watch that they issued. A large cluster of severe thunderstorms continues across portions of south central Missouri. Uh, Strong and potentially long track tornadoes will be possible with this activity, with conditions expected to be most favorable for this between 5 and 9 p.m. tonight. Widespread damaging wind conditions may develop as the cells form into a line. Large hail is also possible. Wow. Okay. So in 30 minutes we could have, yeah, Louisville might have a tornado, guys. But maybe not. Definitely maybe some hail. Definitely some very damaging winds, especially because it's a populated area. But basically, but in 30 minutes we could have a very extreme outbreak with multiple potentially very long track and violent tornadoes on the ground. As this thing over here, this thing might be on the ground. Where was it? Where was it? Okay, it is this one up here. We might. Okay, okay. So yeah, this is on the ground. There we go. Okay, so if you're in Potosi, Mineral Point, Fletcher, Frumet, Ware, Somerset, DeSoto, Valles Mines, Vineset, Morse Mill, Hillsboro, and Victoria, be getting to your shelters. This might have directly impacted Floyd. So if you're in Floyd, Levy, Shirley, Laddie especially, you guys might get hit. Ebo, y'all might get hit. Aptus, Old Mines, Mudtown, Frogtown, all these areas. This is on the ground. Yeah, this is now a deep signature. It might have just directly impacted Floyd. This is on the ground. This is very dangerous. This is headed towards Ebo and Laddie and Aptus. So be taking shelter immediately as this is headed near St. Louis. And it's already 7,000 feet on that tornado debris signature. So this could be a very, very violent tornado on the ground. Uh, and there is that emergency management. Yeah, that's a tornado emergency management confirmed tornado. A confirmed tornado was located. Wow. Okay, so if you're in Laddie, Aptus, this is likely a very strong tornado on the ground. The couplet, everything stays there. Aiden, so do you think I'm about to go into the bathroom? Yeah, I'd say maybe a bathroom. Maybe not the basement, but maybe a bathroom, even for a severe thunderstorm warning. So yeah, this thing is most likely on the ground. If we check, yeah, spectrum width. There, yeah, it's right there. So this is a consistent debris ball. This is a emergency management reported tornado. So that is a very credible source, more credible than a storm spotter or radar. A confirmed tornado, large and extremely dangerous over here. Solid, they didn't put the wording. A PDS tornado warning. This might be the first of the day here. If it can go for the next scan or three, maybe. Especially because look how clustered these areas are. This is right outside St. Louis. So there's so many areas. As it might have hit Floyd. It's been going on for quite a while. Yep, and it confirmed. Oh, man. Okay, so Laddie and Ebo, this is going right between y'all. Aptus, be getting to your shelter immediately. I mean, wow, this is a very large tornado on the ground. They might pull the PDS. Yep, and there's a debris ball on reflectivity, according to somebody here. Okay. This is a very large tornado on the ground. The latest one was correlation. Yeah, that's a debris ball on radar, and it's gotten worse. Yep, I think a very violent, intense tornado is ongoing. And yeah, it does continue. Aptus, Ebo, Laddie, Ruby Doo, or whatever, Ricola, Old Mines, Mudtown, Cruz Mill. You guys might be actually direct hit in this, especially Somerset, DeSoto, Vineland. We most likely will get a PDS tornado warning with this. This is a very violent tornado likely on the ground over here. And it's crazy how quick this strengthened. So we're going to be seeing this a lot today. And this is now a PDS tornado warning. This is now a PDS tornado warning. Particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. A damaging tornado in $half size tail. Emergency management. So that's more, credible than storm spotters or, you're in a life-threatening situation and flying debris will be deadly. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and complete destruction is possible. Over here. So this is like the first, major tornado, major rotation we've seen today, and they're automatically pulling that PDS. We will see this warning pulled a lot. We might see a couple tornado emergencies, but they've been very strict on, the tornado emergency criteria this storm season. And storm season really hasn't even started. And yeah, this thing does continue. Wow, dude. This is a very large tornado on the ground. A very large tornado is on the ground. Yep. A extremely large and dangerous tornado is likely on the ground as we speak. This is headed towards Somerset, Hillsborough, DeSoto, Frumet, Fletcher. You know, this might directly hit Rockolo, Rabbittville, Cruz Mill, Cannon, Mines, Fertile, Tiff, Bellefontaine. I think DeSoto might get directly hit, or Victoria, maybe between Hillsborough, Victoria, and DeSoto over here. An extremely large and dangerous tornado is on the ground. It does not seem like it has died any bit. It might have. It got a little bit. I'm not seeing no spread. Been tracking this cell since it started. What is this? Is that 3D, bro? How did it do that? Why is my radar like 3D right there? It kind of tilted. It's tilting in, bro. Insane. We have so many storms right now, dude. This is going to be one of the biggest events we have seen in quite a while. And that one thing, the method thingy, EF3 likelihood. It might have weakened. Looks so. It's not as impressive. It might still be on the ground. So Ruby Doo and Rabbittville, Cruz Mill, Hillsborough, DeSoto. This might take a direct hit towards Hillsborough. Dude. Meso handoff. No way. Man, dude. That's an awful tornado. Immersion method, yeah. Aimbot PDS. Yeah, it's definitely occluded here. Definitely still a threat. Yep. So, wow, mesoscale discussion for those tornadoes, or not these tornadoes, but for those storms we're looking at over here in like right around Memphis. Multiple discrete storms showing signs of intensification. Environment will support strong, intense tornadoes in this corridor. The tornado most probable peak intensity is 155 to 190. So that's like, you know, 190 is right before F5 wind speeds. And what is this update? This is it's now a downgraded, it's now a regular. So, very good call. So yeah, this one I think might be our next one to possibly produce a tornado, a long track tornado. But yeah, Tennessee be getting aware. I mean, look at all these prefrontal storms. Most of these right here are warned, and we have a picture of the tornado. I can't show it on stream because of copyright from like the news station. But most of these that are like larger, these prefrontals are warned with severe warnings. Wow, where is Millington, Tennessee? There is a large little rain wall right there. Probably, oh, it's over here. It's on this storm. Wow. Wow, dude. Might have a significant tornado out of these. Lightning over here on this little. If this thing can get its act together, it will produce a tornado. Look like that Andy Hill took shelter. That's crazy. That is scary. Dude. Oh, wow. Bloomington. Oof. Don't like the look of that. Looking over here, St. Louis with this storm starting to clear out a bit. Wow, this thing might produce another. Might produce another tornado. Still emergency management confirmed. Yeah, we could see something drop here. We're getting multiple reports and multiple pictures of that tornado in Missouri. That this one that we're tracking that is cycling. This is likely one of the more extreme, you know, weather days. And why did bro put me in a moderate? Where's the tornado? Oh, dude. Yep, this is not good. Hillsboro, take shelter if you haven't already. We're beginning to cycle again. Uh-oh, tornado genesis. Somerville. Which storm? Oh, it's this one. Might get a tornado warning on this boy soon. Yep, so this might get a tornado warning within the coming scans here. Definitely trying to do something towards in on that storm. Where's Bloomfield? Where's Bloomfield? Uh-oh. Oh, it's this one. All right, here we go. Called it. A new tornado warning over here. Insane. They warned this. Wow. So I called this right before. Here we go. Okay, so this thing is Ripley Henning. This may hit Dyersburg if this or Dyersburg. This is extended Maury City, Covington, Gilt Edge, Randolph, Garland, Burleson, Hopewell, Drummonds. This is very concerning. All these cells that we kept an eye on have been warned today. Ooh. This is only the beginning. Yeah, it's too close to the radar to get a true image. Yeah, so there could be a tornado potentially ongoing here. Elkhart, Illinois, 70 to 70 mile per hour winds over there near Bloomington. This thing, honestly, does have potential to be on the ground. And we'll be live likely till 9, as 5 p.m.'s the time that they said it was supposed to kick off. Yeah, Potosi was on the ground. Wow, that tornado was a very large tornado. That was insane. We have another tornado warning. Whiteville. Tennessee is now beginning to get warned. This is insane. So we have 2 tornado warnings in Tennessee. We've already had a confirmed very large tornado on the ground earlier that was a PDS tornado warning. Pretty large tornado warnings. And another tornado warning over here in Missouri going into Illinois. This is clipping St. Louis. Rotation is still there, but the nudger is what killed it. And if I was in Whiteville, I'd be taking shelter immediately. If you're in Whiteville, be taking your shelter. Or not. I need to go get a Gatorade. I am back. Where is? Uh-oh. This might be on the ground again. So Hillsboro, DeSoto, all these areas on the radar. Be taking shelter. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hillsboro, be getting to your shelter.